Hello everyone, welcome back Royal Dairy brand series for physics. So happy all of you say the Royal Dairy family say that everyone to say happy Women's Day for all of you, all greater the women from the young scientist, young baddies. So எல்லாரையும் வெல்கம் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஸோ இந்த வீடியோவில் நம்ம வந்து இன்னைக்கு பார்க்கக்கூடியது வந்து லைவ் செஷனில் வந்து நேனோ பார்ட்டிகுலர் சிந்தசிஸ் பண்ண போகிறோம். ஸோ let's join. So this the nanoparticles in the graining, and this the crucible and grain the molecules. So we are training to well training in the research labs also. So please make us a wonderful session. Join everyone. Yeah, let's a few minute wait, girl. Shit. So So we are starting to grind the particles. No, this one of the can prepare the samples. We are grinding to the samples. So we are grinding the nanoparticle particles is synthesis by the Solgel method. So we are the grinding particles is little ka. So you can let us just see the particles, nanoparticles of powder form. Join. So share your comment, feedback, and everything also. So what is the research methodology and discussing the few. So the methodology and by the lot of reference studies. Once again, the particles, nanoparticles, is the very synthesis by the salt gel methods and the various types of methods is available. But this one of the method is using the synthesis the nanoparticle. You can asking the any doubts or clarify reference books or reference ideology research methodology if you need it, so comment on this session and very useful for your future. Whenever the particles say 10 to the power minus 9, the particle size is synthesis by them salt gel. So very likely to grain the particles in the powder form to powder form maximum the nanoparticles is synthesis by salt gel method. I think the best of way to express the silicon plywood, the glasses, the whatever maybe the materials is synthesis. So making the product of the nanomaterial basically glass formation, mostly using the glass formation method. But one second, but the laboratory uses the lot of the nanomaterial material uses for applications are the application oriented for the industries. No, well training to grind the particles in the analysis to analyze the nanoparticles from XRD powder XRD methods, or FTIR, the spectrometer, or the UV visible light spectrometer. So on lot of the applications and the particles SEM the analysis to find the image. Okay, what kind of image are focusing? So then the samples required samples are a small particle size. This graining will to do the grain the samples. Okay, you can see and absorb the particles. So the particle size, you can observe the particle size, the full the and the overlap on the envelope. So you can see the nanoparticles little dotted in the screen. You can see and clearly not to see that clearly, but you can ask anything is ask in the comment section. No? So well graining the particles. So this is the you can see and clearly you can see the particle synthesis by the powder form. Okay, then it's the you can see well clearly can see now this particles is synthesis by the powder form. Wait, into improve the to so the particles is not the synthesis by the nano power to 10 to the power minus 9 particle size, but you can grind well to do grind the sample. First you can approach preparing sample with salt gel method. You can see the samples of these after the you can see the samples, you can this after you can see uh, melting the thin film coated. Okay, you can see the thin film coated in the inside the beaker, and you can see the samples absorbing time. Okay, absorbing the maximum so 1.2 meters and sample beaker in the solutions. Okay, then you can using what kind of chemicals can producing. Okay, you can see you can the samples chemical sample, the literally can acid and arising in handling us using the laboratory is the samples can the more or less the two 287 per the net weight, the molecular weight and molecular mass and whatever may be. Okay, you can anything you can the zinc sulfate. So this is the these samples the chemicals the Indian research products. Okay, you can we are buying the products chemicals from the Indian research products the Chennai. Okay, you are all of the samples are available in the Chennai, but these samples moral used to the zinc sulfate, the zinc SO4 that 7H2O, the components of the molecular formula and molecular weight to calculate the samples. But the maximum and this the maximum of the 99 percentage of the purified the chloric maximum ions and heavy metals arsenics the whatever the chemical components you can the using the 5 percentage 10 percentage and point the 10 percentage you can using the samples. But so you can see routine the work on this once again to work on sample producing. clearly to observe the samples. Okay, these use you can get the finally the product of this powder sample from the nanoparticle synthesis method. Okay, you can see that clearly can see the inside of the materials. Okay, so the samples is well grainly slowly to improve the sample synthesis. Okay, particles. So no viewers from this session. Okay, gratitudely. So slowly can and freeze of pain to improve. But these are particles USG. When I to try say the particles, okay, the nanoparticles is synthesis by the slowly in the powder form, but you can using the pinch methods. Okay, what kind of pinches? Now time you can using the clear the speech on this rough and clean paper. Okay, you can the synthesis paper. Now the experimental procedure of the water and is the chlorides were obtained by these samples procedures. Okay, also the obtain the rare earth products. Okay, the rare earth what is the purifications and using chemical and whatever. Is not grinded well to do not grind gratitudely is not powder form, but is little the roughness of these samples. Okay, you can once again gradually grind the sample. Okay, so what is the experimental method? The lanthanides and solutions preparing methods. Okay, the uploads, okay, the variables obtained from the rare earth product, the solgel methods producing the physics the laboratory products, okay, the PRL, when and this there is used the without the further purifications, okay, the chemicals are using the further without purification. You can using the purification all of this the hydrogens and the ionics, okay, ionic components hydrolyzed by the instant and invent the synthesis in the laboratory from the following general methods, okay, the salt gel methods, chemical method, physical vapor method, chemical vapor method. So the lot of the synthesis, nanoparticle synthesis methods is available in the research methodology, but it's a very easily and quickly the following this method. Like when this the acetic acid hydrolyzed the molecule weight per 0.001, okay, 0.001 percentage of molecules, and is dissolved by the 25 ml of distilled water or deionized water. Okay, you can got the following general methods, okay, from 90 percentage of the diethyl chloride diethyl chlorine samples are using. So my samples also using the diethyl method, propane, uh, 25 percentage, so gradually you can grind the samples. But it is the two solutions aromatically aldehydes. Okay, the aromatic aldehydes, propanyls, and this powder form. So gradually you can see. So slowly increasing our the product is. Okay. The chemicals in the silicon diethyl vaseline, okay, silicon diethyl vaselines and the reaction mixing on refounded by, okay, refounded diethylene naphthalenides 0.01 mmol added from these solutions, okay. So the reactions mixture was reflected on the water, both, okay, both type of the waters and reflected in the water the about the 2 hours the partially remove the solvent from the waters, okay. So the sample preparation method I can tolding can the saying the sample preparing methods, okay, then this solvent and the water components the both followed by the cooling product and crystalline product or the nanoparticle filtrate. The cold alcohol are drink at one kind of vacuum the 80 to 85 percentage in the temperature maintenance. Can check the samples analysis. So, okay, then I can say the physical chemical techniques of the sample preparation method, the nanoparticles and the HP ultraviolet spectroscopy method, the 10 ml of water we are using now. The HPLC analysis, the one of the most analytical techniques of the HPLS techniques. The exact was the analysis using the agent from these mostly is available in Canada, Australia, and some United States companies. Okay, the thousands hundred. Okay, thousands hundreds of the liquid chromatography equipped in the with this GP1 is a dual pump. Okay, so exacted. So the painful. So then we are discussing the final product and this result from discussions of the result and discussions, the drug release studies. So drug release the from the micro particles. Okay, whenever the dissolutions rate of the test apparatus. Okay, the test apparatus of the samples from the XRD or FTI or UV NSM analysis from the nanoparticle synthesis. Okay, if you have any doubts or comments on this session, and if you can wanted to study the further in the research, you can ask me in the comment section. I can guide of you from this research methodology and research also. When the little, the slowly and grind this sample in the powder form. Okay. Then the drugs released from the microscopic and scale using the station the dissolution rate of the test apparatus, the lab in India or lab in America, employing is the predictor is stirring at the 800 or 700 rpm per second. The temperature at the maintaining the 45% in the samples. Okay, uh, it is, these samples are